Yeah, alright, so Anubis Empire starting up north and still rolling out with a mostly heavy tank setup, except for Vega Knight and his T69.
Yeah, and on the NightEagles side, going with only 2 heavy tanks and 2 mediums and 1 light. So definitely a slightly more mobility coming up on the NightEagles side, but I mean, I really like the tanks that are coming off both teams, because on the NightEagles side, they have like 2 really good frontline tanks, 2 alright kind of mid-range, even close range and long-range tanks, those T69s, pretty much awesome anywhere you put them, and then the WZ-132 able to go to that western isle or the eastern village to kind of get that vision and kind of the scouting.
Yeah, speaking of the devil, I think it is actually CK's BB that went to the west isle and took out like Zelda Duck already on the C1. So yeah, that's a pretty good move. Or maybe he was on the eastern front, I'm not sure. But like, yeah, once again with the NightEagles, a pretty standard setup, because every single time like CK's BB trades his T69 for a lighter option, it means it's a more open map. And more often than not, when he does that, you've got N60 and Kat-Chan also trading their heavier tanks for T69s. I mean, that's usually what we see the NightEagles do day in, day out.
Yeah, it's actually before they really favored those T69s, and they used to go with that T69, at least one of them every single match.
Yeah, pretty much like Avant-Garde.
Yeah, like Avant-Garde. But lately, I mean, they've been a little bit more versatile. They've been, I mean, I think last set even they went with like 4 heavy tanks, only 1 medium. So they're kind of changing their tank lineup, which is really nice, because then it gives you more versatility against, you know, when you're facing teams, for example, I mean, if I were to face the Immortals, for example, I wouldn't want to go with more than 1 light tank.
Which is why, like last time we saw Avant-Garde play against the Immortals, they were crushed because of their overconfidence when it came to the T69, and in urban situations, there's no way a T69 can stand up to the firepower and the armor of, say, an IS-3.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I really think, yeah, just like you said, they realize that, yeah, sometimes you gotta adapt to what your opponents do, because, you know, all teams are getting better and better as well, so really, you can't just really outplay them straight off the bat like you used to during the open season. And, well, if you ask me, a pretty standard stalemate so far. The first blood was drawn by CK's BB, of course, but it's still not going to make much of a difference. A strong presence from both teams on that hill tilt. Slightly more advantages to the NightEagles, I'd say, because of N60 perched up there.
Yep, and they're actually managing to do damage onto, like, look at Vatsuga taking a little bit of damage right there. I think he's the only one who actually took significant damage, but if this continues to go on, then eventually NightEagles will build up enough of an advantage to make something happen. But I mean, at this moment, I don't see either team really committing anything. Just we're probably going to see just long-range engagements, kind of going in and out, just ducking in and out of coverage, trying to get any kind of little bit of advantage you can.
Yeah, Vatsuga and his 5100, he's got to watch out though, because he was pretty low on health. He took a couple of sneak shots earlier, although he was way back. And look at that, Calantini taking a little bit of damage as well, but look here, look at Vatsuga, he's like to 60% now. He's got to watch out, because yeah, he's definitely not commandeering the strongest tank in terms of armor.
Yeah, I mean, Luna Maria, every time I see him in that T32, I feel like he is solo carrying his team, because right now he's the only one who's doing significant damage onto the Anubis members. He's at least damaged like 3 or 4 of them right now, and look at that! Look at the hit points on Anubis right now. There's absolutely nothing they can do to retaliate on this on the NightEagles poke right now. Like Luna Maria took a little bit of damage, but N60, same with the guy in the Luna Maria, Audio, N60, and Kat-Chan, just all up there in the hilltop, really doing a great job of ducking in and out of cover, and look at that, Calantini taking so much damage as well. I mean, if you compare the health bars right now between both teams, there's just no question on who has the advantage.
N60 and Luna Maria did take some punishment as well, but I have to agree with you, like,
oh my God.
And the first tank goes down, sure enough, Vatsuga, the weakest of all those heavy tanks, goes down first. And well, you know, you got to protect that 5100. You can't have him like just on like in the front lines like that. That was really poor judgment once again. And Calantini not looking too good, although he does get like a couple of nice crack shots like onto Audio.
Gunner Rose is over there quite
Yeah, and
low.
Luna Maria has really got to watch out to a single shot will be enough to take him out. So right
Yeah.
now, yeah, you know what? The NightEagles having the tier point advantage. So if I were them, I'd just not back out, but be a little more careful right here, because it's enough for them to actually just win this and qualify to the semis.
Oh,
So,
okay, no, excuse me. The camera just changed there, so I thought a ting went down on the NightEagle side, but the camera just changed. Sorry about that confusion. But yeah, Luna Maria still able to do so much poke. Gunner down to 26 or 26 health. Yeah, so huge advantage here for the NightEagles. It's just that poke game. The NightEagles are so good at trading damage. Like, no matter what situation they're in, no matter what map it is, they're always good at regulating the trade and always making it in their favor.
Oh, and look at that. Calentini taking another hit courtesy of Luna Maria. So, oh boy, this is just really looking pretty grim. If you ask me, Gunner and Calentini almost just rolling corpses, if you ask me. So is Catch, and so is Luna Maria as well, but the thing is they're still alive.
Yeah.
That's the big difference. A lot of okay, yeah, there you go.
And they
N60
managed to
goes
trade.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, N60 goes down. That's the first NightEagles tank to go down, but look at that. Calentini's almost Audio did take a lot of hits as well. But nevertheless, it's just right now the tier point advantage still goes to the NightEagles, and soon enough, because we're down to 3 minutes and 30, well, Anubis and Paris is going to have any option whatsoever. They're going to have to charge in, and Gun and Rose is low, Calentini is almost gone, and Vega Knight's actually the only tank that's relatively healthy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Gun and Rose is, all the remaining members on Anubis except Vega Knight are low right now. I mean, but the thing is, a lot of the members of NightEagles are low.
Are low too, but the thing is, they still outnumber them. Still outnumber them, so and they don't have to charge in.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's the huge advantage here. It's just the NightEagles can happily sit and wait for their opponents to charge, which is bound to happen pretty soon.
Yeah, definitely. If I were the NightEagles, I'll just wait. I wouldn't do anything too aggressive right now.
Exactly. Like, even stop the poking at this point. Like, you know, because right now it's just they've got. I mean, still, you know what? Anubis and Pair can still turn this around. I mean, if they're really just clinical with their first couple of shots, then they can really still turn this around, because the NightEagles tanks are not the healthiest at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's a one tier 8 difference.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
and look at Audio, look at Luna Maria. They're so low on hit points.
Oh no, I mean, it's not looking good,
CKSBB came in from behind. CKSBB came in from behind. And look at that Vigor Knight. Vigor Knight's just gonna be, he's all alone. He's all alone on that central hilltop, and he's got to cover up both fronts.
Yeah, he's getting shot from so many different angles right now.
He does manage to get catch in, but that's going to be it.
Yeah, he managed to get one more actually right there, but it's not enough at all.